Hello, this is the Holy Heroes Dad. I got a little short video for you and the kids. What are ghosts, and what do you do if you see one? This is especially important, not just on Halloween, but especially all the month of November. So I'm going to be pulling from this great article, What is a Ghost? From spiritualdirection.com. It's an interview with Father Dennis McManus. So first of all, what is a ghost? A ghost is the soul of the faithful departed who's in purgatory, whom God allows to come back to ask for help from us. And that's an important thing. A couple important points there. God allows them to come back to ask for help from us. You shouldn't go looking for ghosts. You shouldn't go doing this. Why? Because demons might try to trick you. Bad angels might try to trick you into thinking that they're a ghost or that they're one of your dead relatives or dead friends. So you should come back and look for help. Now, what do you do if you see a ghost? Well, it might not just be a ghost. It may be different ways that they manifest, because what God is allowing is someone to come from purgatory to ask for help to get to heaven. And so they'll do things for attention. For example, Father McManus says, the ghost wants attention, wants you to see it, listen to it, hear it, respond some way. And the only way that certain ghosts may be able to do this is by moving things around or making noises or actually appearing. Now, we had some friends who, in their house, they bought this house. It was a very, very old house. It was hundreds and hundreds of years old. And in one of the rooms, they would come in, they would notice things were moved around. And they would put things back. It was a sewing room, so they would put things back in a very organized fashion, and then they would come back in later in the day or something, and things had been moved around as they realized that what's going on. And actually, one of the people in the house was actually in the room working, and suddenly something moved across the room. So what do you do? One of the first things that you should do is you should tell your parents, ask them, because you want to understand what is really going on. And then the second thing you should probably do is go to see a priest. But let's say that right there at the very moment, Father McManus says, here's a great thing to do, and it's a very important thing to do. You say, like all the saints, blessed be the name of Jesus. Are you a believer in Jesus Christ? Now, if it's a demon, if it's a bad angel, it's going to leave. They don't like the name of Jesus. They can't stand the name of Jesus. They're going to leave. So you might have been scared, but you've been saved by the name of Jesus and protected. But if it's someone who's been allowed to come back from purgatory to get your attention, he says, you will actually get some sort of response to let you know that they believe in Jesus. So there's no reason to be scared. They actually need help. Okay, so then he says, what should you do? Well, you should talk to a priest. One of the best things is to say a mass. And these friends of ours, they actually had a priest come to the house and actually say mass. And there weren't any other manifestations. There were no other things that happened from then on. So that's what they were doing. They were asking for help from purgatory. And that's why they were moving things around. Now, what's very interesting is the saints, in a lot of our saint stories, like the glory stories, I have a couple of examples here. You see them doing exactly this. Our Lady of Champion, the newest one, when Adele Breese had this appearance, she didn't know what it was. She followed exactly those rules. She went and she talked to her parents about it first, and then she talked to a priest about it, and the priest said, you ask them in the name of Jesus, who are they and what do they want? Well, it turned out in this case, it was the Blessed Virgin Mary coming from heaven to speak to her. Now, the children of Fatima also were told to pray a lot for the souls in purgatory to help them reach heaven. And Blessed Carlo Acutis, another great story, had actually an appearance of his grandfather. We talk about that in the book, and actually in the glory story, you can actually hear what he has to say. But when he was just 4 years old, when he was very, very young, his grandfather died, and then shortly after actually appeared to Carlo and asked for prayers. And so Blessed Carlo told his parents about it and began to ask for prayers and make lots of sacrifices, because the prayers of young children are very, very powerful, and because they're of their innocence and their work and their ability to actually make sacrifices and focus to help everybody get to heaven. And that's what we're actually trying to do. So if you see a ghost or something that seems ghostly, follow those steps and make sure to just ask them in the name of Jesus. Are they a believer in Jesus? And then from there, the church and all of us in the church militant can help everybody get to heaven. And remember, the month of November is dedicated to the poor souls in purgatory and helping them reach heaven. God bless you.